Maximizers, welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching me, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Krista Maximizer, and I am a content coach. I help business owners create content that converts. I help business owners make more sales in their business by showing up consistently on social media. D, what's up? I meant to box you today to see how your event was last night or to hear a little bit more about it. But tonight, I want to get on here and rant and ramble and talk about building an audience on social media as a business owner and why it is essential if you are using social media as a way or the main way that you market your business. Building an audience is essential. Why? Because you cannot sell to an empty room. So if you do not have an audience, you literally have no one to sell to. I would love to know who's here. So please, in the comments, I see a bunch of you popping in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know where you're watching from and what's your number one platform for your business. What's the number one platform, social media platform that you use for your business? Let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country. I'm just checking something on my laptop. What city, what state, what country you're watching from, and then what is your number one platform that you use for social media? I know a lot of us use multiple. I would say that my number one platform for social media is YouTube. Platform for social media. My number one platform for my business is YouTube. I'm a little bit tired. Like from the day, I'm like, what am I saying? My number one platform is YouTube. TikTok is number two for me. And then I am currently back in Florida. I am back in the sunshine. Can I not talk? Let me take a sip of something because, like, maybe I'm tongue tied. I can't talk tonight. So, I tried some new juice from Aldi. This one, no bueno. It's the strawberry lemonade, not a fan. The strawberry kiwi, love it down. But I was like, for $1, try it, can't hurt. Anywho, my number one social media platform for business is YouTube. TikTok is a close second for me. And again, tonight I see a bunch of you popping in. Welcome, 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 welcome. Tonight, I want to talk a little bit about building an audience on social media for your business. Now, why is building an audience even important? Why do you need an audience? Because you cannot sell to an empty room. As a business owner, your number one goal is to what? Make sales, make money, right? Your number one goal isn't to create a bunch of content. Creating the content is a byproduct of your marketing. When you market, you make sales. So yes, as a business owner who uses social media, you become a content creator because you have to create content every single week in order to build your audience. But in order to be able to make a sale, you have to have someone to sell to. So, one thing that I did really, really well when I started my business in 2018, and I didn't even know that I was doing this, is I started off just building my audience. I didn't start selling to my audience until 8, almost 9 months into me having my YouTube channel. That's when I started selling my own services. Before then, I didn't sell anything. I literally spent my time building my audience. Again, I didn't know now I didn't know that that's what I was doing. But looking back as the business Chris, I'm like, oh crap. I spent 8 months building an audience of over 5,000 subscribers before I sold them anything. So building an audience is I promise y'all, I never have this much trouble talking. Building an audience is essential on social media before you start selling. You can't start a new Instagram account on Monday with only your mother and your sister and your best friend from college following you, and then your first post be buy because there's no one to buy, right? It's like you're selling to an empty room. So let's talk about tips to build an audience on social media. My number one tip for you, the first tip for you, when you are using social media for your business, pick one main platform. I'm not saying you cannot have multiple, but when you focus in on one, you're going to focus on building your audience on that platform. Now, if you want to repost and repurpose on platforms 2 and 3, great. But I promise you, the fruits of your labor will grow faster if you literally take one platform to focus on. I'm going to give you an example. I literally focus on YouTube. I do not rack my brain trying to come up with reels, TikToks, threads posts, none of that. I focus my energy on YouTube. Now, I decide what my YouTube content is going to be. For this month, I'm posting 2 videos a week in September. And I do actually want to post about 3 shorts per week. Okay. So as a result, any short that I create, I will repurpose and repost that same short on TikTok and on Instagram. If there's a really amazing quote, I can throw that on Threads. I can screenshot that, put that on Instagram, and I can talk about that same stuff I talked about in that YouTube content in my Instagram stories. But I promise you, when you focus on one platform, you can grow. Once you focus on that one platform and you maximize it, y'all, maximize it. Use all the features. So if your platform is Instagram, you should be in your stories. You should be posting reels. You should be going live. Thank you so much for those roses. You should be posting carousel posts, using hashtags. Everything that Instagram has to offer, you should be absorbing it and using all of the features. Okay? Instead of trying to rack your brain and put a post on every platform every day, you're going to burn yourself out and drive yourself crazy. After you've built a well-oiled machine for months and sometimes even years, then I would say, okay, branch out and start another platform. But if you are new to business and you're new to marketing, with your number one goal being sales, it really doesn't serve you to try to post every day on every platform. So choose one main platform. Now, if you have a secondary platform, like I said, cool, just repurpose over there. Don't try to be on every platform when you're just starting. You're going to overwhelm yourself and burn yourself out. It's going to benefit you in the long run to build your audience in one place. Build your audience in one place. Get really good at selling in that one place. And then you can branch out and go to other places. Okay. My second tip for you, which is vital. Okay. You know what platform you're on, right? You're a business owner. You know what you're selling. The second tip for you is to figure out who your ideal client is and what problem they need solved, okay? So who is your ideal client? Meaning, if you could wave a magic wand and have 100 people buy your product or service, who ideally do you want to buy? Who is your ideal client? Who are they? Where do they work? How old are they? What problem is keeping them up at night that is going to bring them to buying your product or service? Okay, Nicole, I'm going to come to your question in 1 second. Like, who is your ideal client? If you don't know who you're selling to, that's also a problem. Your ideal client can't be everyone. Now, you may have a product that everyone can use, which is cool, but you still need to narrow down who you are specifically talking to. Who is the person that you want to buy your product or service? Who needs it? Whose life is going to be changed when they buy your product or service? Now you know the type of audience that you are looking to attract, okay? So tip number one platform. Tip number 2, get crystal clear on who your ideal client is. Whose problems are you solving in your business? Who are they? Be very specific with who they are. Nicole says, can we use these same techniques for a nonprofit just to get there? I'm not trying to I'm not trying to sell anything, just to getting my nonprofit out there. Okay, so as far as building an audience, absolutely. Building an audience, it doesn't matter if you're going to sell something or if you're just building an audience just to have an audience. The building an audience part could absolutely work for a nonprofit. Absolutely. But I also want you to remember, nonprofits, you still have to sell. You want to know why? Because you got to get donations. You got to do fundraisers. You have to raise money. You got to write grants. So you may not be on social media selling, but you're going to have to write a lot of grants, reach out to a lot of people to make money. So you still want to know how to sell, because you have to go to people and basically ask them for money so that you can do good elsewhere in the world. Does that make sense? So just remember, you want to have your goal in mind of like, you want to build this audience on social media, but what do you want these people to do? Are they donating to you? Are these people that are going to be applying for your nonprofit services? Like, just think about your end game when you are building this audience, okay? My third tip for you, my favorite tip, okay? When you are building an audience, your number one goal is to connect with your audience and create what I like to call connection content, okay? You need to connect and relate to your audience, okay? Before someone can buy from you, donate to you, do anything with you, they need to know you, like you, and trust you. In order to know you, like you, and trust you, they need to connect with you. So you want to create connection content. Very simply put, connection content is the what and the why. What is your business? What is your industry? Why is it important? Why do we need it? Why is it helpful? How did you get here? What is your story? I'm not saying to come on Beyonce's internet and tell all your business, but I am saying to come on the internet and tell the version of your story that you are comfortable with saying publicly, okay? People will connect with you on things outside of business. The way you look, the way you talk, where you're from, your demographics, people will connect with you, okay? Like 90% of my clients have been other Black women because they connected to me because I was a Black woman, okay? A lot of my clients, I would say probably 85% of my clients were mothers. They connected to me because I have a child, okay? So people can connect with you on things outside of business. So why can't I talk today? Tell your story, okay? Why is your industry important? Okay? Why do people need to know about who you are and what you are going to be doing in your industry? Okay? Dispel myths, answer questions, educate in your area of expertise. When you're connecting, you can educate, you can motivate, you can inspire within your industry, within your realm. You want to do this with your audience, okay? They need to see you and they need to hear you. Now, I know some people are all into this faceless marketing kind of thing, but I'm old school. I believe that if you are a small business owner and you are doing all the things in your business right now today, people need to see you and people need to hear you. That's my opinion, okay? I think in order to build that connection, because you're not a big corporation yet, people need to see you and people need to hear you. In the old days, I'm sure that the Amazon man, Bezos, I'm sure he was smiling and dialing on them phones trying to get the textbooks to sell on Amazon. Now, absolutely not. He's not doing that now. But in the beginning stages, I'm pretty sure Jeff and his wife was in there working to the bone. Well, his ex-wife. They was in there working until the company grew and became a corporation. You have to put that grassroots effort in. You cannot hide behind these memes and cartoons when you're trying to connect with someone and you're going to be solving their problem. They need to see you. I don't want to buy from a cartoon. I want to buy from a real person. I want to connect with a real person. I don't want to spend my money on a cartoon with a distorted voice. Okay. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Connect with your audience. They need to see you. They need to hear you. Music and pictures is not enough. Telling me to buy your course because it's going to make me money, not enough. Okay. But if you had told me your story of how you started out, what didn't go right for you, what went right for you, what didn't go right for your clients, and then you tell me the story about how you built this course and how this course has helped you and how this course has helped your clients, you told me your story. When your course goes on sale, if it's a course that's going to solve a problem that I have, I'm going to buy it, right? If you tell me your story of how you came up with this chapstick, that's a chapstick and a lip gloss combination. Like, for anybody out there who makes chapstick and lip gloss, I'm addicted. If you can have a lip gloss with a chapstick, had a baby, I would be your number one customer because I would love a chapstick and lip gloss had a baby, right? If you tell me the story about how you created it, why it's necessary, why it's different from everything else that's on the market, I've connected with you. So when it's available, I'm going to buy it. That is going to get me to buy it more than buy my lip gloss. It's like lip gloss and chapstick had a baby. Okay, and I don't want to buy it. But if you've spent the past few weeks or the past few months telling me your story, engaging, showing yourself wearing it before it's available for anyone to buy, I'm connected to you. Okay, I'm ready to buy it. Instead of a little picture floating. I'm sorry, I hate those so much. I hate that kind of content so much. Like, I scroll by so fast because it's like you're doing yourself and your product or your service a disservice by not telling us more about it. Okay. All right. Let me get off that soapbox because I'll talk about that forever. Okay. My next tip for building an audience is think about SEO. If you're not familiar with SEO, it stands for search engine optimization. And that means that people are going into social media, they're going into Google, they're going into every platform, and they're typing in exactly what they want. Okay. So when you are captioning and titling your videos, on-screen captions are a must because people are watching videos and not listening to them in certain places, and you want people to still be able to engage with your content, right? You have to think about the words you are putting in your videos. So again, to connect with your audience, if someone is looking for hairstylists in Orlando and you are braiding someone's hair, but you are not putting in your captions or on the screen, you're a hairstylist, hashtag hairstylist Orlando, or anything that says anything about you being a hairstylist in your location, you are not attracting your ideal client. Now, some platforms, hashtags are all the rage. Some platforms, hashtags are not. 2 or 3 on Instagram or TikTok are always going to do you right. What I've learned from TikTok, straight from the horse's mouth, is those on-screen captions mean a lot. The words that you type, the type out captions that you can write out, mean a lot for TikTok, and they're pulling all of that for SEO. YouTube, it's your titles and your description box. Okay? They are sharing your content to people who are requesting it based on what you write out. So when you are looking to connect with your ideal client, make sure those keywords that people are looking for are in your captions, they're in your titles, they're in the descriptions of your videos. If you're like Crystal, I don't know what people are searching for, do a reverse search. Go to your number one platform. I do this on YouTube every single month. When I'm creating my content, go to your number one platform and just start typing in all the words and phrases of your industry and see how popular the searches are. If like 3 people are looking for it, that's not a popular. If 1 million people and 1 million things come up, that means you might want to start using that one if everyone's searching that and a lot of people are coming up and you aren't. Okay. So think about the SEO. Okay. My next tip for you: social media is meant to be social. We're supposed to have dialogue. We're supposed to go back and forth. We're supposed to engage with each other. Keyword engage. Engage with the audience you have. Okay. I'm going to rant for a second. A lot of times we are constantly searching for more. I have 100 followers, but I want 1,000. I have 1,000 followers, but I want 10,000. Okay. I want you to remember that although this is social media, if you were to sit in a room and 100 people were in there looking just at you, asking you questions about your product, your services, your story, your life, you would probably be overwhelmed if 100 people were vying for just your attention in a room by yourself. We get on social media and I feel like sometimes we discount our numbers. We discount our reach and we always want more. I'm here to tell you, whether it's 20 people following you or 20,000 people following you, engage with the people that have decided to spend their time with you. If someone comments on one of your videos, don't just like it, comment, respond, engage with them. Ask questions in your videos that you want people to answer in the comments, and go into the comments and engage with them. If someone responds to your Instagram story with more than just a heart or a like, and they say words to you, say words back to them. Don't just like what they said, say something back to them. If someone sends you a message, not a spammy message, but a genuine message, respond to them. Even if you don't know the answer, take a hot second and direct them to the right answer. Engage with your audience. When your audience sees you engaging, not only just with them, but with other people, it builds that know, like, and trust factor. I love going live and engaging with my audience, especially during Q&A time, because if I answer someone's question, even if you don't have a question, you're like, okay, she answers questions. She's sharing a lot with us. She's knowledgeable in her area. Again, it all builds your know, like, and trust factor. But social media is meant to be social. I really don't like when people are like, don't DM me. I don't check my DMs. When you get to a certain level, yes, I understand that it's overwhelming. Too many people are messaging you and DMing you for you to respond. But if you have 100 followers and like 3 people are commenting or messaging you, there's no excuse for you not to respond. My first 20, 30,000 subscribers on YouTube, I responded to every single comment. Now, if one person commented in a row on 4 of my videos, I didn't respond to every single one because it's the same person on 4 videos. But I responded to at least 2 of them. 2 of those 4, if they wrote me a sentence, I'm responding. Or I may respond to all the things they said, but on one video, depending on what their question was. I mean, and at that point, on my couponing videos, you can go back to my Krista Maximizer channel. You can see right now. There's times where I got 40 and 50 comments and I responded to every single one. There is a couple TikTok videos that the comments got a little out of hand. There was like hundreds of comments that I could not respond to all of them. But I did make a valiant effort to go in and respond to a decent amount. Thank you so much for those roses, right? So my engagement was still there, even though, oh, thank you. Ooh. Even though I didn't get a chance to respond to all the hundreds of them, I probably responded to a good 100. Because that one video I'm thinking of in my head had like 400 comments, and I was just like, oh my God. I responded to like 100 of them. But on my YouTube channel, when those comments were coming in and I wasn't selling anything, response. Now, my responses were not in a timely fashion because I was busy. So it might have been within a week or 2, but I was going in and I was giving full sentences. If you DM me today, right now, I will respond. I might not respond today, but I'm going to respond. Okay. I respond and I engage. Even on TikTok, I have a lot of followers on TikTok. If you DM me, I will respond. If you comment, I will respond. It does not hurt you to engage. These people on social media, your followers, your subscribers, your supporters, have decided to spend their time, and when they buy from you, their hard-earned money with you. The least you can do is engage back with them. That's the least you can do, right? So engage with the people that are supporting you. Now, when it comes to building your audience, one question I get a lot of is like, when should I start selling? That is going to be a personal choice, but in my opinion, I would say building your audience for 45 to 60 days, okay, and having a few hundred followers. I think anything over 200, you can definitely start to sell. Not only that, you have done enough content, you've done enough engaging that you have an audience who's like, okay, the 200 people that are following you are most likely people that want to buy what you are selling. Okay. So I would say spend 45 to 60 days building your audience. If you want to do more, great. Like if you know right now you're launching a product in February, it does not hurt you to start building your audience on a platform right now. It does not hurt you. Showing up 3 to 4 times per week, even if it's just 3 times a week, sharing content, sharing your story, start now. It never hurts you to start sooner. Never hurts you to start building that audience. Okay. So what questions do we have about building an audience on social media? I do want to let y'all know that my Labor Day sale is running right now. Happy Labor Day. And it is on my Maximize Your Business Anytime one-on-one coaching. We meet on Zoom, but we get to talk pretty much every day about your business and about your content and about your sales. The focus of this one-on-one coaching is to help you to create consistent content that converts into sales for your business. So just imagine how it would feel to not feel alone in your business, to have someone who's always there for you to support you, someone who's there to answer your questions. And if you don't know the answer, I can help you figure out the answer together. So that's what the one-on-one Maximize Your Business Anytime coaching is. You can go to KristenMaximizer.com, click on Work With Me, and click on one-on-one coaching. It literally says Maximize Your Business. You can save $40 off per month, and you get a kickoff call when you sign up. So with the $40 off, it's only $189 per month, and you get, as my biz bestie says, you get crystal in your pocket. Okay, you get crystal in your pocket. I'll answer your questions. So it's Equila's shop. What about them asking for a phone call? Okay, so can you tell me a little bit more about your business and what you sell? And why would someone be asking you for a phone call? So are they asking for a sales call to help them make their buying decision? Like they want to talk to you before they buy? Or are people just trying to talk to you? Let me know what you mean by that. Anybody else have any other questions? If you don't have any questions, was this helpful for you? Yes or no? Was this helpful for you? Yes or no? Okay. So I think you just need to get clear. Do you see a lot of people prefer to talk to you before they make their buying decision? Because if that's the case, if people, I'm an author and a vision coach, like not C coach, but like life, like vision of life, right? If people feel like they need to talk to you before they make their decision, especially in coaching, offering a sales call can't hurt you. And you can offer those on Zoom. You can set it up like with Acuity or Calendly. You can offer a 15 or 20-minute sales call in order for people to talk to you and ask their questions. Now, if you're getting a lot of the same frequently asked questions, you could literally make a video that shares those details. Because sometimes I found with some of my clients and myself, I've done this a few times. I haven't shared all the details of what working with me will look like how you will feel on the other side, right? So working with me, you're going to have a consistent content strategy, and you're going to be able to make sales from your content without having to post ads and without having to post multiple times per day. That is the transformation that you're going to receive in my coaching, right? How we create a specific goal for you or goals for you for 6 months. We create a strategy and an action plan, and then we create steps for you to take in order to meet that goal, right? And then every single month we check in on that. And if we have to tweak, change, and update, we do that along the way. So that's what the process would look like. On the other side, it looks like you creating consistent content on a weekly basis and you making more sales, consistently making sales in your business. That's what it looks like. So if you aren't clearly articulating what your offer is going to give your ideal client, they may need to talk to you because they haven't heard what they needed to hear to buy. So maybe you need to make an in-depth video about what working with you will look like and share the journey and share the story. Does that make sense? And then also for me, I do free sales calls. Like literally I texted all of my clients who signed up for my free live series that I had last month. And I literally texted everyone, oh, thank you so much for that gift. I love it. And I was texting one of them last night. Actually, it was Miss Renee. I was texting her. She was asking me some questions. And I was like, hey, do you have a minute? Can we just hop on a call? And I literally just called her. And from that call, she signed up. And now she's a one-on-one client of mine. So for me personally, if someone is like, I want to work with you, but I have questions, a sales call doesn't hurt. Now, if people are just trying to get on the phone and kiki, you got to pay me for that. So if you just want to get on the phone and pick my brain, I have a call for that. And you can pay me this $249. I will sit on the phone and chat it up with you, talk about whatever it is you want to talk about, but you have to pay me for that. Miss Renee was like, I want to work with you. This is what I'm thinking, A, B, C, and D. And texting wasn't enough. Like for me, I'm like, okay, I really need to understand where she is, what she wants. Let me call her. Does that make sense? So for me, I will sit and do sales calls personally because I know that it helps people to talk out. I'm a talker, to talk out what they're thinking, what they're feeling, overcome their objections. Objections are just questions. And when people are investing hundreds and thousands of dollars with you, it's not wrong of them to have questions. They should have questions. They should be picking your brain and asking you, well, what does this look like for me? How is this going to help me? Cool. Okay. Especially if they've never invested in coaching before. And I've run across that too. You have a lot of questions. When I first hired my coach and it was $6,000 and it was $1,000 per month, the same amount as my rent, I almost pooped my pants. You best believe I asked her and her clients a bunch of questions. But I was in an event where her clients were telling their stories of how they worked with her. And there was multiple clients. And then you had the opportunity to ask the coach directly questions. So I felt very comfortable, although I was scared shitless, basically. I had everything I needed in order to make the decision. It was really on me. Was I going to show up? Was I going to do the work? Was I going to take the coaching? Right? So think about that. Look at that. Maybe you need to open up free sales calls. And then if people do want to get on the phone and kiki, like, what's your rate for an hour? Send them, hey, if you just want to talk to me, if you just want to pick my brain, here's my link. You can pay and I will talk to you. Whatever it is you want to talk about. Let's do it. Because I love to talk. But I will kiki you with all. And then even, this is me. This is who I am. Even on my sales calls, we'll talk. Sometimes we done went off on a tangent. And I'm like, well, we got to get back to where we're supposed to be. Right? But when I know that someone is going to be one of my clients, a free 10, 15 minutes doesn't hurt me. When I know you. Now, you know when people are like playing in your face and they just want to talk. And I'm like, no. But people that are serious, like, I'm ready to work with you. I'm figuring this out. What's the payment plan? How do I pay? Yes, you can get a free 10, 15 minutes of my time to help you make your buying decision or to help you feel a little bit more comfortable about the decision that you're going to make. Okay? Any other questions? That was a great question. Thank you. Any other questions? My Labor Day sale ends tomorrow. So if you want to get the $40 off per month and lock in your rate, you have until tomorrow. After that, it goes back up to $229 per month. And this is like my favorite one-on-one coaching that I've ever offered. It's so fun. And it's a lot of time. Like most coaches don't offer like unlimited Voxer, which I'm fine with. Because again, like I said, I'm a talker. So I'm excited and I like talking to my clients. And it's fun. Anywho, I'm about to go and lay down. Kinsley starts 5th grade tomorrow. Virtual, but she starts 5th grade tomorrow. Like, how am I someone's mother that is in 5th grade? My mind is blown. And she's homeschooled, so I still have a few more things that I need to do. Like, I don't need to, but I want to do before she is school tomorrow. But everything else is done. Laptop's charged. Her desk is clean. I made her clean her desk. It was nasty from last year. We got all her school supplies, everything all together. She knows she got to be in bed by 10. Her first live class is at 9. She gets to meet all of her teachers tomorrow. But like, how do I have a 5th grader? I can't believe that I'm someone's mother. See, here's a rant. Like, I can't believe that I'm someone's mother. Like, there is one of my favorite creators, Erin On Demand, and she just had her baby like 2 days ago. So happy for her and her husband. And when she was pregnant, she was just like, when does it set in that you're someone's mother? And I was like, every single mom was like, it doesn't. I'm like, mine is 10. And I'm just like, I'm someone's mother. Like, someone's freaking mother. Like, like how? Like, am I really a grown-up? Like, I don't even still feel like a grown-up. Like, I know I'm a grown-up. And like, I know I'm grown, but like, I'm somebody's mother. I cracked myself up. Like, literally, it's like a weird experience that I can't explain. And then I look at my mom and I'm like, you're really my mother. I feel like as a kid, it felt like my mother had her shit together a whole lot more than I feel like I had my shit together. Like, I feel like I just be out here doing stuff. And I just felt like my mother just had like it more put together. Like, I know the world was way different when we were kids, but I just feel like my mother had it more put together. And I'm just like, whatever. Like, I'm somebody's mother. Like, wow. I remember she was running to the coupon box, get in the coupons. I hope she has a good year. Yeah, this girl ain't, she big now. She is big now. Yeah. Yeah, and I always tell them, like, girl, you started this business with me. Like, you started this business with me. Because she was 4, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, she was 4 years old when I started my YouTube channel. She was 4. And now she's 10, which is absolutely insane. That I'm someone's mother. Insane. But I hope that this live was helpful for you. I'm about to go and lay myself down and I'll do some work from the bed. Thank y'all so much for joining me live. If you would like to join me for coaching and you have questions, definitely go ahead and send me a DM. I'll be more than happy to hop on a call with you, answer your questions, and get you into the Maximize Your Business Anytime coaching. So thank y'all so much for joining me and have a good night. Bye.